Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin. It's Saturday, which means it's time for my weekly roundup. Yeah! Wait, did I forget one? No, it's still here. Okay. So what is my weekly roundup? Well, basically it's where I go through my week in crafting. We talk about any WIPs, works in progress, and FOs, finished objects I might have. I once again forgot my book, so we're not going to talk about that. So let's start with finished objects. I have 3 to share with you. One I'm sharing now because I didn't do my Things We're Making Thursday video. So we'll just talk about that first. I did finish my crochet stitch sampler beanie with the Hirschner's Wildflower yarn. I don't have a label handy, but this is the Hirschner's Wildflower yarn in Trillium. So I did that. And then, which bag is which? This one. I did finally finish Bingo's other sock. So I did run out of the 20-gram skein during the toe, so I had to stripe it up a little bit with some yellow, but that's okay. So there we go. I've got that. And that's frankly how I knew which one was which. Here's her first one. So here we go. She is super excited. She was unhappy to have to wait. But because, and this is how much I made shorty socks for myself and for Bingo. And I still have about half the 100-gram egg left. It's pretty crazy. But like we spoke about, I am going to set this sock bag to the side because I'm not working on socks in the evening. My sock adventures will be only in my car project for the time being. The third project I finished to share with you is on my lovely dress form. And, oh no, it's messed up. Okay, so you put beads on the end. And I had said I wanted to use a specific bead that my father-in-law gave me. And I went to go get them. And I think this was a happy accident. But I thought you needed 12. In fact, you needed 14 beads. And I only had 9 of them. They were a lamp work bead. And it was this beautiful teal lamp work teardrop bead. I didn't have enough. So poor Ray got my crazy text. Like, what do I do? Because I had 9 of those, and then I had some of these bigger, like, I don't even know what shape that is. It's like tapered at both ends, lampwork beads in the same color, but a different shape. And I was like, I can do 2 different types of beads, or I have these black lampwork cylinders. So she, of course, talked me down. I was like, Erin, anything you do will be beautiful. I was like, well, of course. But when you have the plan in your head, it can mess you up when you have to alter it. So, following Ray's advice, I used the black beads on the bottom. There's no way you're going to see this. This is the beads get so tangled every time I move it. I don't want to take it off the dress form. But this is my Irish Emeralds cape from Bonnie Bay. I think that's not the correct, the name. I think I keep messing up the name. I also kind of messed up the pattern. I misunderstood where you needed to stop the lace repeats. So I have half of an extra lace repeat on the bottom. But I think it looks just beautiful. I'm very happy with it. And I'm glad I made the mistake, because had I stopped where I was supposed to stop, it would not have made it to the straight mint. I had a ton of this yarn left over. So this was a Black Friday hobby cotton cake. And yeah, I have a bunch of that left over. I was worried because according to the pattern, I had about 50 fewer yards than she estimated. But yeah, I had no need to worry. I love how this turned out. I am terrified to ship this to the winner because this is going to be a prize for the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight here in November. The winner is probably going to have to untangle those beads. I also did change how the beads were attached because I had long cylindrical beads. If I had put them on how she did, it was going to make them like parallel to the ground. So it was like a long bead and it was going to split the shell. And I tried it and I didn't like that look. So instead, I like extended a chain and kind of attached it like a teardrop. I tried my best to keep them even. Remember, these things are handmade and as humans we are fallible. But yeah, I thought this was a super fun make. Surprisingly easy once you got into the lace section to kind of remember what you were doing. And yeah, I thought that was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I might make another one for myself, but this one will be a prize at some point. Okay. And we also have an update on my sister and the baby blankets. I sent her pictures and she has decided she wanted the navy with the straw border. And when I was sending her pictures, I found an end not woven in the middle of the blanket, and now I can't find it again. Where is it? Oh dear. Oh, there it is, right here. Okay, so I need to weave this in before I send it to her. But there you go. She has spoken. This is what she wants. They ended up doing the nursery in sage and cream, and I think that navy will be a lovely accent. So, there we go. That's all I have on my finished objects. I guess, spoiler alert, I did already do this week's Wednesday wipeout, but you have to wait to see that until Wednesday. What else? Oh, I continued working on Bingo's dress. I finished a couple more squares here. This is going to be the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to finish 2 more squares before I attach this. I have started the 7th right here. So there we go. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter. Nope, I'm using a 5 millimeter crochet hook. And I've started burping. Yikes. Okay, what else have I done? Okay, we'll go knitting. I have worked more on my Wrap Me Up scarf, sweater scarf from Knititude. I'm using Hayfield Bonus Glitter Extra Value Double Knitting Yarn. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. I love it. So sparkly. And I actually did skip working on this a couple of days, so it's not quite as far as it has been in prior weeks, but here's where I marked it last week, and that's where I am today. A good couple inches. Not bad. That sparkle gets me every time. It's gorgeous. Oh, I can barely stand it. I can't stand it. It's beautiful. Okay. So let's move this up. The problem with this, why I skipped it a couple of days, is I was working on other projects, and with it getting darker earlier, I was like, oh, I can work on that after the kids come home from school. No, I can't because there's such little time, and by the time we finish with like all the things the kiddos need to do, and I can get to crafting, it's dark. So I cannot leave it for an after-school project any longer. Okay, the other item, well, one of the other items I'm working on is another knit project. I realize now that I've finished a bunch of projects, I am heavy on the knitting. So we're going to talk about that in a moment. I am doing a project called The Simple Thing. This has become my bedtime project. I'm using the unpronounceable yarn in Soft Fun colorway Moss. Beautiful. This is how much I have of the first 50-gram skein left. I believe I'm going to get 1, maybe 2 pattern repeats out of it before I have to switch to the second. And once I finish this first one, I'm going to start the decrease. So I am very close to the halfway point on this. Very close. Here it is. It's a shallow triangle with an I-cord edge, just garter stitch knitting. This one is by, it's a free pattern. I got it on Ravelry from Heathland Knits. Let me double check that. Yep, Heathland Knits Lamina Brell, B-R-E-L-L. So that's coming along swimmingly. I'm hoping today I finish that and maybe start the decreases, but I don't know. Okay, so my last project, which is the only crochet project I'm currently working on, is from my year of amigurumi. 2024 was supposed to be the year of amigurumi, where I tried to increase my amigurumi skills. To do so, I have been making the animals from this Crochet Cute Critters books from Sarah Zimmerman, who is also Repeat Crafter Me on the YouTubes. Michael, score our Black Friday deals on thousands of items, plus get 30% off coupons for regular price purchases. Go to some web address. Hot off the presses. Okay. So, I'm working on everything from here. Basically, I pick them up in pairs, and the kids get to pick which one they want, and then they get to tell me what colors they want and all that. I finished recently Iggy the Iguana, and now I'm working on Katie the Kangaroo. Here she is. Bingo wants her pink and purple. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed I skipped a letter. I have made a couple from this book previously. I did skip J. I skipped the jellyfish because I made that, oh, it's got to be at least 2 years ago now for Little Miss Bingo. The other ones we're going to skip is the viper, the x-ray fish, and the zebra. I've already made all of those. But the other ones we're making. So what have I done? I finished a body. And I'm working on the head. I've just finished, you know, you start, you increase, and then you have a certain degree or a certain number of rows you have to do just in the round. I finished that, and I'm going to be set to start my decreases to shape the head. So there you go. I am using the pink, will be Big Twist Value in medium rose, and then this is not the one I'm currently working off of, but I had a full one of these and a partial. I'm using Loops and Threads Soft Classic in Raspberry for the purple. And there we go. So there, that's that. Oh, on the kangaroo, she did initially want me to try to stripe it, but I'm running low on my pink scraps, and this was like the only one of the pink in the color she wanted to go with the purple, and I think that's gonna look nice together. I didn't think this would be enough to do striping, so what she wants is the ear, the pouch, the ears, the tail will be pink, and I think I might have enough to do like the bottom of the feet and hands. To do the feet and hands, basically the bottom of the legs and arms pink, but we'll see. So there will be more than just the ears and tail pink. I guess there will be more than just the pouch in a contrasting color. because the kiddo's got to keep me on my toes, right? So, as you may have noticed, I am kind of knit heavy right now because I also have the Fridays with Fred sweater that I'm working on. The other hat, the next hat I'm doing for Things We're Making Thursday, I didn't bring in here, but it's my knit hat for the test of that wildflower yarn. So more knitting. The Wipeout Wednesdays is, of course, crochet because those are crochet washcloths, but I finished those pretty quickly. So I did have one more baby blanket planned in the stuff I was making for my sister. I am going to begin that one today, but I'm not offering it to her because she's already chosen, and the one I have planned will not be any closer to the colorway of the nursery. So I think the navy is going to work perfect for them. I'm super excited to send that off. So yeah, so next week expect to see a little bit of a start on another baby blanket, but I'm going to do maybe a row, 2 rows a day on it. So it's not going to be a major push. It's just, I feel that the scales have tipped a bit in favor of knitting, and we need to bring in a bit more crochet. You know, it's fun for me to have both crafts going, and frankly, knitting is harder on my carpal tunnel than crochet is for some reason. Unless I crochet with thick yarn. That's why I don't like thick yarn. It really hurts. It hurts. So that's why the thickest I'll work with is 5. Anything above, I'm absolutely purging that out of my collection. And I'm being pretty selective with the 5s, but we haven't run into much so far. I think the 2 5s I've kept is Hygge. Red Heart Hygge, is that technically classified as a 5? But it's fuzzy, so it might be more of a 4. And that Impressions yarn from Michael's. I still have that. But other than that, it's 4 and under. Yeah, I think so. Well, the anniversary cakes across the top. Those are technically marked as 6, but in my opinion, I've used them in the past. Those are 5 weights. Anyway, that is the update I have. Now you got me looking at the yarn wall. I'm super excited. You're going to see another Yarn Management Monday. It is the last cube on the top row, and for those of you curious, I did include a picture of the yarn wall before I pulled that final cube down. So, and then I have, in the next week, we're going to start looking at stash boxes because, spoiler alert, I cleared 2 full cubes of yarn out. So I have a picture of the yarn wall with those 2 empty cubes, kind of documenting what it looks like after we finished that top row of cubes. Just in case you're curious, I know people have wanted to get a glimpse of the yarn wall. And so one of the issue is I have like whip things and storage things kind of blocking part of the yarn wall. So I can't get a clean, nice picture of the entire yarn wall. Like I said, part of this process is to thin out and curate the collection more so I can get some of the storage out and I can rearrange some of this clutter. And it's been working. It's working. I am very happy and pleased with it. And I love how you guys have embraced that series as well. I don't know why I'm blabbering about that. Oh, I just printed this up. I'll share this now. This is a shawl. It's a knit shawl. Texture and twist shawl from Robbie Laughlin. There you go. This was free on Ravelry. It might still be free. He works with the Loose Ends Project, and which is a fabulous organization. I would love to clear a spot in my schedule to help with that. But if you're not familiar with the Loose Ends Project, they help match families of crafters who have passed or are like, I believe there's been some situations where they're in like hospice or close to passing, and they match those crafters have unfinished projects, obviously. And so they match someone with the skill and ability, willingness to finish that project and get it back to the family. So he works closely with them, and he actually, I didn't realize this until I read a post on Instagram about it. He is teaching at least one family member of a crafter who has passed so she can finish the project herself. I mean, how amazing to take the time out to do that. So cool. I was going to say so fantastic, and then I tried for cool, and then it sounded like I almost started to say a swear word right now. So yeah, anyway, he was offering it for free and suggesting you make a monetary donation to the Loose Ends Project. So that is what I did. I got it and sent off a donation. Although I did get an error message, and I haven't gotten a receipt. So I need to check to see if the charge went through. And if not, I need to try again. Obviously, I want to make good on my word that I would donate. And that, I think that's a wonderful cause to either participate in or monetarily support if you can. I am in no way affiliated with them. I just think it's a lovely idea and a lovely gesture. I don't know if gesture is the right word, but you know what I'm saying. It's a fantastic concept, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, Erin, you're blibber blabbering. I am. Okay, I am going to go ahead and let you go. Tomorrow you're going to see Erin did a naughty. I did a naughty, and you're going to see how I tried to resolve the naughty. I'm trying not to be too naughty, but you know these Black Friday sales are testing me. They are testing me. Actually, the sales aren't quite that good. But yeah, you have the temptation though. And this was not a Black Friday sale I fell for. It was a holiday yarn. Spoiler alert, tomorrow we're going to look at Joann's holiday yarn. Because that was very naughty. I was so naughty. But Brian and I did talk, and I have a plan to make Black Friday purchases from potentially 3 sources. First, I believe my obsession with Dragon Horde Yarn, I believe she's going to have some Black Friday releases. I'm leaving a purchase open to buy from Tristan. I have every year looked but not yet purchased. But this year, it's on my list. If he has the sale, I'm going to try to get my very first Powerball from Keith at Yarn Snob or Knits All Done. So that's my second one. And the third, we are going to look at Instagram, look at sales, and I would like to pick a new to me indie dyer and support them and make a purchase from them. So that's my three ideas, and those will be smaller. They're not going to be the massive Black Friday huge hauls. They're going to be more targeted, smaller purchases. And yep, that's my plan. And I think it's important to have a plan so you can stay strong. I am excited. I would really like to get my little hands on a Powerball. I still haven't done it, and they always look so gorgeous. I have my eye on 4 of them. So if I can get one of those 4, I will be a happy camper. And yeah, that's that. I don't have any idea of what new to me indie dyer I would like to purchase from. So if you have any indie dyers, small businesses that you like and you would like me to go explore, go ahead and comment down below. I am always happy to look and test my resolve. No, I've been good. I have been very good other than this Joann's purchase, which went a little off the rails. But one slip up in a month isn't bad. I'll talk to you later.